Alright, today we're using different forms of rabbit, using a cross-cut rabbit hide for the body of this particular fly, which I'll call Jake Streamer. After Jake Eccles, it taught me a lot about it. So we're using a cross-cut for the body on rabbit. I thought people would be interested in that. That's the piece of cross-cut we're going to use today, right there. We'll use a zonker strip, same from Hairline, best quality zonkers in the business. Zonker strip for the tail. This particular fly is an easy fly to tie, which is the best kind of fly to tie. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start the thread. We use an ultra thread 210, a heavy duty thread that you can do some pulling on your fly if you need to. Get your thread started. Going to fill up that gap in the hook with a little bit of wire. This is lead wire, 0.10. Tighten my thread up just a little bit. Stick it in the bead in the cone head. Just wrap it. Build up a little head in there, and you're going to push it into it. Go ahead and build it up. It's giving you that extra weight you need, especially on high water or running water somewhere. You need to fill that head up some, and this is a good option to do it. Alright, so we got the weight in the fly. Come back here to the tail, and we're going to put a loop on the end of it. That way keep the rabbit from wrapping under the hook. So what we'll do is we'll take a piece of amnesia, tie it on. The way you'll tie it on is you'll lay it beside, I'll move my fingers, you'll lay it beside the hook and tie it on. Tie it down good. Make a little loop. It's easy to do with a little practice. You just take it, pinch that loop. I know you can't see it, but pinch that loop and tie it on. Straighten it out a little bit. Come up here and tie it on. It'll take just a little bit of practice, but that'll become second nature there. Clip it off. Got your good tight loop. Come under, lift it up a little bit. Come under, lift it up. Come under, lift it up. All right, you've got it lifted up to keep the rabbit flowing that way instead of wrapping the hook. Zonker strip. This actually is a 1/8 zonker strip. A 1/4 would work fine on this particular fly, on this particular zonker strip. You come in here, split it just a little bit so you can put the tail on. The tail needs to be about the length of the body of the hook. Some people do a little longer. It wraps easier, wraps under the hook easy if you do it a lot longer, so it's better not to be too long with it. You got to tie this down tight. Got to tie it down tight because it will slip. Come up here, and now that's going to be your winging. That's going to be your fins, just like a regular minnow. Come in here with your cross-cut rabbit. We did the zonker for the back and the tail. We're going to come in with your cross-cut rabbit. Not expensive material at all, but beautiful in the water. It swims the best of about anything except marabou, and marabou is fantastic also. This is how you do. I'm sorry, let me go back just a little bit. When you get a cross-cut, you're looking for the piece that when you tie it in, it lays back like that. And that's the way it'll lay back. It'll wrap that way right there. Once you figure that out, it won't take but a minute for you to figure that out. You'll come in here and you'll tie it right up against your zonker strip. Tie it down tight. Come in here and get it. Make sure you tie off the edge so it holds good. Bring your thread to the front. You can leave it there. And what you now do, let me get rid of this, I don't need it for this. Now what you do is you take your rabbit, your cross-cut strip, you take it and you begin to wrap it. You see how that laid back? Now you come up here, you go in front of it, just barely touching it and laying it another one. Do another one, pulling it as you go, nice and tight. That's why you tied it down so tight. Right? You see? It's beautiful stuff, and it moves in the water too. Like this. Like this. Push it out a little bit as you go. Like this. This fly actually is a very quick tie. Once you kind of get it, you can really run through it. I'm going to do one more to fill up that bead some. Alright, you see how we got it? Now you come in here and tie this off. Tie it off good. Do 3 or 4 good hard ties. Strap it down. And then you come in here and you get it. Bring your scissors and cut it. It's that simple. Now, go back, make sure you have it all bound real good. Thread's cheap, don't be afraid to use it. Now you're going to pull the winging over, or the fin over I should say. Pull that rabbit down, away and down. You see that? That split it, pull it away and down. Now bring your fin over. Just work with it a little bit. And you got rabbit going everywhere. It's going to do that. Just work with it a little bit. Get it all in a pretty straight line where this is a continuous flow there from the winging to the tail. Come in, make that high loop without tightening the first one, and then begin to get it. Begin to tighten it down. Now you'll come in here and cut it. A little bit standing up is no big deal. I think you're going to get it with your thread when you pull it. Let's see. Yep. Can you see that? I'm going to wet this fly and begin to let you see what it's going to look like in the water. I mean, it moves. What I liked about it, Jake tied a white one when we fished it, and the white one really is translucent in the water. The body is. I've come in here with some Zap-A-Gap. I'm going to come over it good with that. I'm going to half hitch it. A time or two, and I'm going to come back and put some more Zap. Zap's cheap too. Put it on, let it soak it in. You can take some wet and pull it back and begin to see what it's going to look like in the water. It'll slim down and it will swim and it will wiggle. You'll adjust this tail to whatever size you want it to be. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, let's take a look at it. I want to show some different versions using the same zonker and the cross-cut rabbit. If you want to tie a rainbow trout, green back, white, red fins. See them? See the red down its side? That would be a rainbow trout. Here's the rabbit. Here's using the zonker and marabou to make an articulated. I'm going to tell you what, that fly in the water is alive, I promise you. Alright, there it is. Sculpin helmet, crosscut, zonker, little pectoral fins, and that moves extremely good in the water. There's your sculpin for the South Holston or the Watauga, and the Watauga's full of sculpins. That's a good one right there. Alrighty, thank you.